action. Well, you're not over there. You're over. Where are you? Oh, right here. What's that? What in the world? What's that?
This.
Oh. There. Now explain to everybody how to play Santa.
Let's see. Santa is spelled S-A-N-T-A, and Satan is spelled S-A-T-I-N. So that means Santa doesn't have an I, so that means that Santa can't be spelled Satan. And Santa dresses in white and has a big beard. Does
And
the
a
devil
red
have
robe.
a beard? Does the devil have a beard?
In the drawings they show a beard, a pointed beard.
Does it have the big fluffy beard?
No.
Okay, yeah.
But
And does the devil wear white?
yeah,
He's red.
he was an angel, white,
He's red.
and they show him as red too. But they say that, see, Jesus, we celebrate Jesus' birthday. All Christians know we celebrate Jesus' birthday. We know what the true meaning is, and we just give gifts and all that because they gave gifts to Jesus. But we always say happy birthday to Jesus. But the that's what Miss Cole's doing now. We start doing it. But in 1980s there was a Sunday school teacher there. He said that the devil always tries to pretend to be Jesus, and Jesus is wearing a red robe and a white robe, red for the blood and white as pure. And what do we know it's like that? And he spelled on the chalkboard to the kids, and that means us in the 1980s, S-A-N. Oh, Santa Claus, right? But if you mess the words around, what does it spell? Look, Satan Claus. And then I said, oh man, right in front of us. He tries to mimic he tries to get people away from Jesus to forget about Jesus' birthday, and then all the world would celebrate Santa Claus all the time and not Jesus Claus, if you get what I mean. But he didn't say Jesus Claus. He said, I'm giving an example. But he said everybody celebrates Santa Claus Day when it should be celebrate Jesus' birthday. And then Tommy said we need to find out about that. And then this is year 2007, 2008. I asked Pastor Coles about
Maybe
that.
2009, Bill.
Oh, I asked Pastor Coles about that, and because he's preached a message about Santa Claus too. He says, I want it to come from me. I don't want to come from Santa Claus, and Santa Claus is not the true meaning of Christmas. Amen. Tommy didn't like that when it was on. He said, Mommy, I didn't like that. They're preaching down Santa Claus. Well, everybody has their views. But anyway, I came up to the pastor just to ask a question. Tommy said, ask that question about the Satan Santa Claus. And he says, did you know if you take Santa Claus and you mix around and spell Satan Claus, does that mean does it mean the devil and all that? And I said, no, Bill, it's just a coincidence. Oh, okay, all right. And what does William say about all this? What? How do you say that everybody's in the wrong and what? And you weren't born then, in the 1980s, or you could have corrected everybody. Well, the Bible says that when it gets close to rapture, all the kids will be smarter and the adults will be dumber. Says it
Dumb anyway, Bill.
Yeah, in Revelations. There was something else you said, something you outwitted me on too. Forgot what it was.
Oh, the bike?
The bike or something. I mean, anti-gravity.
Yeah. My bike's not anti-gravity.
Yeah.
But I'll put it on. I'll sell it on eBay. And it'll say anti-gravity bike.
It ain't, but I'd be lying because that's not real anti-gravity.
No, it's not. I should pick it up.
Yeah, very funny. That's not considered anti-gravity. Now this, even though this is not really anti-gravity, the real thing is anti-gravity, and so is the F-117. That's why it can fly by wire and can go long distance without fuel. Hello, anti-gravity. When they fuel up, that's misdirection. Really, they can fly real quiet because they got the anti-gravity nuclear propulsion system that they don't want you to know about. Just like the United States Air Force Triangular craft, it's supposed to be top secret, and the guy posted on Anonymous because he didn't want to get in trouble. He's looking at all this post about people taking good footage of these triangle craft, that he decided that, okay, I'm going to tell you what this is, but my name's Anonymous. It's classified right now, but it works with nuclear propulsion anti-gravity. And he mentioned that work and other craft of stealth technology works with anti-gravity, including the B-2 stealth bomber and the F-117 and others in that field, and probably the Aurora project. And of course, they're working on visual stealth. But not only are they working it, they have it. Science today is now learning what Area 51's been working on since 1950s and 60s on up. After the nuclear bomb explosion in the desert in a...
Why don't they just make it where you can't see it and you can't hear it?
That's what they do. But Michael Klein says, these things here in the F-117, man, they're so loud. I work near the, I hear them go by, they go, man, they're so loud, I gotta plug my ears. Mike, that's a misdirection. You are an Einstein, you should realize this. You're like a professor. Don't you understand? I'm the magician, you don't see the magic of it? See, there are people in Iraqi war and Desert Storm, Desert Strike. This is what, they couldn't hear it. They can't see it. It's not off radar, and they can't see it. They try to shoot it, and they can't shoot anything they can't see. They say it was like a ghost ship. They couldn't see it, they couldn't hear it. And see, that's because the anti-gravity's in work and switches on. When they want to misdirect their ice during the day, they fly by day by hitting the fuel injection. Hit the switch and go by fuel. You know. Why do you think it says dark star, go to zero formation? Zero, anti-gravity. Don't you get it? Dark star, go to zero formation. They don't know what that means, but hello, that means the new propulsion system, the donuts on the rope, and it now, I'm realizing, as I'm saying this, zero formation means zero, anti-gravity. Hit that switch. That's when you go to air show, they have the F-117 blocked off with yellow, so you can't see inside of it, so the enemy can't look and say, hey, it works with anti-gravity. Huh?
You're not even in the camera.
Well, it looks like the B-2 bomber's talking. The anti-gravity and the I mean, and it's got visual stealth technology, day or night, because people see triangular craft, big humongous ships, even circular ones, even what looks like a top hat. They all are based on what crashed at Roswell. Fiber optics, infrared, lasers, all this Colonel Russell or Colonel Corso, whatever, the day after Roswell. They were given this product to give it to the mainstream, GPS system, all this stuff, fly-by-wire. It all started at the Roswell crash that they tried to cover up and say, first they said a crash saucer, then they turned and said it was a weather balloon, then they say it was a special weather balloon, then they say it's Project Mogul. Then 50 years later they say it's crash dummies. What's next? Come clean. Now someone is coming clean. They're showing visual stealth technology on paper and pictures they take and video on YouTube that I got footage of in case the government makes it disappear. Like Copperfield and all the others, they see stuff on the internet. It says, whoop, this footage of the Great Wall of China is now taken due to Copperfield saw it and made it disappear. Whoop, Ron Ferrari about the helicopter, it was taken off to trickbusters weren't liable to tell the secret of it, you know. And then, you know, and they said, that's not no fair, David. And then they put, you messed up on YouTube, took our video down and all this stuff. And now YouTube's cracking down with background music. We use it for our Magic App. And then they did Bailey's and all that. They took it down. And they said, due to it's a copyright and all that stuff. So I said, unless you get permission by the people who sing those songs, like Phil Collins and all that, or get connection to Copperfield by using his routine, we're going to cut it out. We're going to cut all this out on YouTube. I was wondering why our stuff was out and not Dezel's and Bailey's, but it's a good thing I got it on camera before the Free Jerkin song disappeared. Because on Desiree's birthday, second birthday, it was there and we showed Weenie and Bud and all that stuff, although William didn't want to sell it. Well, it's out on public. You want it out there, William. And it's too late now. The whole world knows. But now they see it without the song. I recorded it when it was out the song, and because they took it off and it mentions due to copyright.
We didn't, Bill, because all the other videos have songs.
And then now William said they went to check. They said it's gone altogether. So like,
our video, not every single video that's like that.
yeah. But there goes freedom. Freedom's not really free, it's an illusion.
Yeah, but if you look at Grandpa's screen door to get to his porch
Yeah.
with all the tools and stuff,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
look outside of it, it has a little sticker and it has an American flag and it says freedom isn't free.
I didn't know that. I'll have to look at that again.
It stayed there.
It's like Cecil Lee told me stuff that they got
It's been there before I lived there.
they got lasers. Cecil Lee, since he's retired as Navy SEAL, but he's still keeping safe on the home front. He said that's what this new V's based on, security, home front, Iraqi war idea, like Desert Storm, Desert Strike. Anyway, getting back to the B-2 stealth bomber, they, everybody in F-117, they had ideas out in popular comment. They got leaked out of the base at Area 51 and other places, in S4, that Bob Zlar works with the top secret anti-gravity UFO. In S4 that looks like a mountain, but really it's a hangar door. But in the air it looks like a mountain. It's a good misdirection illusion. Like Copper says, my secret warehouse is in the sky's a location, and it's somewhere in Nevada desert. Okay, he must have bought part of Area 51 or the whole thing, all of his illusion equipment in underground. And then he was being funny. It's an underground cabin in Dr. Crocky's lair. I know what he's doing. He's doing gold member or whatever. I was like, oh, Copper likes the funny stuff too. Anyway, back to what I was saying. And he's also got the Batmobile, so he likes the Bat caves too. So everything's underground. He even put clothes up the cameraman so he wouldn't see you on Oprah, and then undid it. Okay, you're in my secret warehouse. See, this is the motorcycle. I can show you to make it disappear at night.
Bill, well, come here.
But I won't show you
This
the
is
secret.
for you and Grandpa.
But the masked magician showed how to do it.
Come
But
here.
I told the method of it. Now the masked magician proved that what I saw at Christ Hall is right. Do what? Except they didn't show the elevator part. The hydraulics and the two-sided trap doors when they close make a hole in the circle. And the guy with the John Deere hat open it up and then sit back down. And the copter was smiling as I'm waving at him.
Bill,
what?
here.
And while he's watching this double disappear on stage.
Look,
What?
here's a mixture between you and Grandpa.
Yeah.
Magic Chef.
Oh, Magic Chef. Yeah, that's cool. Magic Chef. It's like Jiffy Pop magic popcorn. It pops like magic. Oh, hey, make William disappear on the bike. There he is. Now pause it. Well, like Cecil said, they got lasers. It's called stealth lasers. It's like an X-ray. You can see right through a mountain or anything. All right, where in the world? Donna said she wants to get that X-ray camera. I didn't know what they were talking about. I saw the commercial of it a couple days ago here, and you know what? Yeah, I bet that's a very expensive camera. You can.
It's not real.
It's not. Why?
If you listen, listen. Pause it. Pause.
Wait a minute, I gotta get you in there so you disappear. You gotta get a good view of the bike and you on there. I did Tony on her bike in Cherokee Apartment. Alright. And Dave watched that and he goes, what? How'd she get on the bike? I said, it's trick camera.
Move.
Alright.
Baby.
Oh, you gonna have baby with you on the bike? Disappear. Ping! I saw you disappear, William. As you're about to get up, there was an accident. You went to, I'm going to go to Zach's, and then all of a sudden, you disappear before you.
Bill!
What?
Oh my God. I'm not doing this because you're not freaking pausing it. All you're doing is freaking talking.
You don't understand. You got to keep it still. You don't keep something running.
I don't care.
What do you want to do? What?
Do it while it's moving.
I don't understand that. If I pause it, then it don't look right. Like when I see you standing still and then pause you disappear. I gotta film the empty spot. I can't move. I'm not used to moving an object. I mean, it was coincidence that you got up and you disappeared as you're about to go to Zach's, and I paused it, and all of a sudden you disappeared as you're getting up. Now, if I knew how to do that, that's good, but it was an accident. Well, folks, you can see him coming and going, but due to he's not standing still, and I make him disappear like Tony.
Dude, you suck at being a cameraman. You can't film things that move.
I gotta keep him still.
You got a broken camera.
I gotta keep it still like this.
You don't even know how to frame yourself in a camera.
Look, I pause it, unpause. I'm still here. Bing, I'm here.
Dang. Bobby. You have like a paper on the fence that you like keep paper in? Like, you feel like I'm being a lot.
He wants to pick it so he can get Zach's phone to call up Zach's phone.
Get Zach's phone and call up Zach's phone. Why'd you say? Sam. I already tried to bring it off with a screwdriver and $1 screwdriver. Oh, it's out here. Are they here? No, they're not here.
What is this? I'm getting buttered.
I want to know what that means.
You probably went to the moon.
Oh, Bill. Better than my bike. How sad.
In the rain, you're gonna go out to Zach's house in the rain?
Sure. Not hurting me any. Might get hit by a car because my wheels might be slippery, but I don't care.
Oh man, now it ain't gonna look right. Bill, it's facing the other way. William is really smart. He ought to go to a high school class. It can't work, Bill, because the camera's facing the other way. Oh man, you're too smart for me.
Wow, you must be really stupid to be a cameraman.
Michael,
You can't film something when the camera's not aimed at it, Bill.
I don't know the beam of how far the beam goes.
Let's see, I can see it about right here all the way down.
Where would the beam be? I know it'd be at a triangle beam, or obtuse, or what do you call it? What do we call obtuse?
Obtuse is an angle bigger. I need a phone.
Well, do like E.T. did. Take an umbrella, a spelling bee machine, a saw, a fork, and go and call home. E.T. phone home.
Shut up.
Like I said, this one guy made one, and it actually
Okay,
worked.
I don't care. He can do whatever he wants.
Another guy found a way to get himself out of bed.
He's a freaking nerd.
Who?
Whoever made this stupid thing. Stayed
Right.
in his house all day and tried to make it.
Well, it means they're Einstein.
Doesn't have anything better to do. It's a move band of light.
Well, they were on a talk show like Maury Povos or Oprah, and everybody was giving praise and honor like they just made the Statue of Liberty or their jet vanished.
Because they're a nerd and that's the only thing they can do.
And even there's one kid that's got his own business.
Oh, what the heck?
His own business. He's got his own computer job and everything.
Hey, we freaking run to the thing when we hit this.
He's got his own computer job, but he still has time. The parents still let him have a kid life and play with his friends, because they don't want him to be like not like having a kid's life.
Next time you go in here, run you over.
Then they brought up Billy Gilman.
Whoever.
Billy Gilman, who's got his own tour bus. He's the youngest country singer and all that stuff.
Anybody gets in when I'm running move. I will move the.
Huh?
I move.
Move what?
I'm supposed to be running fighting on thing.
Oh.
I don't care.
Well, Cheryl liked it when I told me he put it upstairs, so that's a good place for it.
Move, Bill. I'm moving.
The empty spot. And then
Ping.
oh, no, don't do a banshee like that, then I have to clean the lens. There we go. Now it's gonna like you disappeared and the bike stayed and you reappeared and left the bike behind.
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Very funny. So wasted this that way.
So where's this anyway? I don't know. When are you gonna realize I'm smarter than you?
Why? Because you just said it's not film, it's actually a disc. Technically, it's a disc, Bill, not film. Well, you're smarter than the average bear. That's what I said. Smarter than the average bear, and you said, cool, I'm smarter than Yogi Bear. And I went, oh, man. You are too smart. Hey, Bobby, you know what they said in 1980s? That, you know how the devil copies, mimics Jesus to a T? Jesus has a red robe for the blood and white for his purity. The devil is coming out with a red, coming down with a red horse or whatever, and then a white robe. And what do we know?
Bill, he comes out with a bronze horse.
And then the guy.
Bill, I don't know what you're talking about because the devil has a bronze horse.
Anyway, in 1980s, the Sunday school teacher at Goodness Baptist felt, what do we know? We're supposed to celebrate Jesus' birthday. But what does the devil do? He tries to mimic Jesus, so we forget about Jesus' birthday, and we think about, who do we think about? Santa Claus. What is he? A red and white robe. And look, if you spell Santa Claus and mix the words around, what does it spell?
Satan.
Yeah, I know. And you know what? And I asked Pastor Coles about that, and he said it's just coincidence. But that's when it's 2000, 2008, after Pastor Palmer left. And you know what William said? He wasn't born in 1980s. If he was, he would come back in the future and say to that teacher, and what would you say to that teacher? That,
I'll say exactly what I said on the camera.
and what did you say?
Exactly what I said on the camera.
Yeah, wise guy. See, you're afraid to admit it out loud.
I'm not. I just don't feel like saying it again. That's too long of a speech.
He's saying that he don't know how to spell. I said, what do you mean? How do you spell Satan then? How do you spell Satan, William?
I don't know.
Yeah, right. He says they got it wrong. He says Santa Claus is with two N's or something.
No.
What did you say again?
I told you I'm not saying it again. That's why.
And he says, and that Satan's with an I, not an A. I said, well, we'll look at Google and we'll find out. Because nobody seems to have it right but you, I guess. That's why you're smarter than the average bear. And you said, oh, good, I'm smarter than Yogi Bear.
I didn't say, oh good, I'm smarter.
What did you say?
I said, that must mean I'm smarter than Yogi Bear.
Oh, okay.
See, he had every story that he tells, he has it a little bit wrong. Except the story about when I cut his foot.
And the teenagers, you know what they said to do? Why don't you wear a metal glove? I go, I don't know if they make metal gloves, unless you're Superman. It's just like when William jumped down a tree and broke his arm, and he said he was showing me the tree, he was actually enjoying it. And they said, well, cut that tree down. I said, it's the next door, it's Mr. Barnes' tree. Oh, okay. Yeah. See, that tells me what their parents would do. Cut that tree down so that their kid or their neighbors kids can't jump it no more and break their back or arm or everything.
No, just go to a new tree.
It's like in this story, Nick doesn't like water, so she made sure she was afraid they would drown, I guess. And so it took Dave to teach Tommy to enjoy the water at water country, and now he likes it. But now that he likes it, his niece and nephew is ready to go to Busch Gardens and not water country, so he's stuck in a hard place. And Sherry's the same way, she likes to ride better than the water country ride. And Tommy's like, oh great, I got adjusted to this, and that's all I can ride. I can't ride any of those rides due to my stents and all this other stuff. So, you know.
It took out the first ride that I ever rode.
What, Big Bad Wolf? Oh, okay. I rode it one time with Bancy when we rode it. When we ride it.
No, I went last time and not fantastic.
Huh?
When I went, I spent the night at my friend's house.
Which one?
Not over here.
Was that Cherokee apartment?
Mm-hmm.
Or your grandma and grandpa's parents' house? Or my aunt and uncle's house, but they adopted me at age 10. I was at the children's home. Mr. and Mrs. Meadows. They had a barn. When you get older, then you go to the big boys, and that's where you do all the farm work. Hay loft, milk the cow, and all that. But when and they grew up just like the Wild Christian camp, and the youth and all that stuff. And they can't realize, they separate the boys and the girls. The boys stay in one area, and the girls stay the other. And what's interesting, the girls do the cooking, and they ring the bell, bing, 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 food, and the guys come down and eat. You know, so, and then what they do, they eat before we do, so that way they've already ate it, so they get a head. I know you're saying that's not fair, but they did the cooking. See, there's a slight difference.
It's not fair.
It's not fair. I mean, it is in a way because you
No,
did the
I'm
cooking, so you
saying-
get first serve.
I'm not saying that.
What?
Girls can do exactly what guys do, maybe even better. That's why I
Yeah.
say that's not fair. No. Girls can't do half.
Well, you were saying, I did the cooking, and Cheryl said, why don't you do the dishes? That's not fair, I did the cooking. When you get older and be married, who's gonna do the dishes if you're doing the cooking? Do you think he's gonna do that?
I'm gonna have no weapon.
Cause all the guys I know, they brag that my wife did all the cooking and I come home and she cooks for me. Ted
I cook, but I won't clean.
Ted Peterson, he never learned to cook. So when Valerie goes, she gives him money and he goes out to eat. And when she comes back from her vacation or a relative or something, he was glad, oh Valerie, I'm starving, I'm glad you're here. Without her, he couldn't survive. I said, did you marry her because of cooking? Well, that's part of it. But that's not the main thing, I love her. No, I know Bud didn't marry because of the cooking, because when he asked for a cheeseburger, she took a raw hamburger and put the cheese on it and cooked it. And Bud tells this story to everybody, relatives. He says, Marcel, I know how to make a cheeseburger now. You don't have to tell this story all the time. I know how to cook it now. I didn't know. I thought a cheeseburger was a cheeseburger. I didn't know you're supposed to cook the hamburger first and then add the cheese. I mixed it together. Yeah. That's the only time I've seen her argue about is when you bring up something she does wrong, like the eggs, leave out the eggs on Bill's birthday, and we had hard brownies. She forgot to put the eggs in there. And we ate it, it was good, but you know, it's just, we gotta remember next time to put the eggs in for the brownies. I said, I don't mind, I'll eat it. There's no big deal.
Was your childhood happy?
Somewhat. Kinda. Just when Bud was in a mad mood. Then when he got to where I had to clean up the house and not go to school no more. And if I didn't get the chores done, then I didn't eat. And don't give him any food, don't take upstairs and get any. Okay. and if I did a math problem, I didn't know how to do it, the door would be closed in his room, and Cheryl and Stace and Winnie heard Bud yelling at me, screaming at me, and pinching me in the arm. And I'm going, ow! You know the answer, come on, you know what divided by such and such? And he's yelling at me and pinching me, I can't focus. And when it had to do, don't you know how much change you got here and how much you get back? And eventually he had a migraine headache, and I had a bunch of bruises on me, you know, and we need to just let it happen. That's just like Cheryl lets it happen, lets people ride over her. I guess Bobby does the same way, but she writes secretly on a paper, and so does Cheryl. She don't show her true feelings. Tommy does the same way. Tommy says, I'm Spock, I have no emotion. But you write it, I noticed on the internet and through your books before the internet, and you do both. You write the Detective Peter Collins, you do your own Sonic the Hedgehog storyline with Tails and all that stuff, or you watch a movie and get an idea for your next storyline. Donald Trump, you make a story outline out of that, you draw your characters, you put the chapter, the beginning, the ending, and the credits, just like how you do in a library book, all that stuff, like a timeline. You make your own Bible. It's not the real Bible. If someone read it, they would be all confused. It's not the true Bible. I don't know what it is, but it's like reading a Bible. And they said, Bill, they'll know the difference. I said, I sure hope so. If that goes in a time capsule and they come across that, they'll think that's the Bible, and that'll be wrong. He said, no, Bill, they don't know it's a story. They don't know the difference.
You gotta keep it moving.
Dang it, Bill, you're an idiot.
It said you turned the wrong way.
Oh, what?
Come here, baby. Come on.
I told Daniel Dryly, I said, does your dad go through all that with math? No, I'm good at math. Well, you're lucky. I said, I don't know how to tell time and all this other stuff. You know what Daniel Dryly cracked up and said, you sit there and know all this magic, but you don't know how to tell time. That just amazes me, Bill. I'm just cracking
Then
up.
you can't do magic if you don't know how to tell time.
Well, Bud says, if there was a magic trick to tell time, you would know how to do it. I said, yep, you're right. Because he said, do a math number trick, okay? I said, pick a number from 1 to 10, okay? He did, all right, times it by 2, all right? Times it by 5, okay? What's your total? 50? Oh, then your number was 5. Now see, I don't know how you did that, but that has to do with math. See, if everything related to magic, you know how to do it. I should have known there was a catch why he wanted me to do that. I was like, oh wow, he wants me to do a math number trick. I should have known there was a story principle behind it.
I know. There's math number tricks in one of those books upstairs.
Yeah. And also,
Did you forget how to do my math trick?
you know, yeah, I know, I forgot it. You know what? This right here, your dad said, your grandpa, which is my dad, which is my uncle, and my aunt, which is my mom, but my real mom and dad are in heaven now, hopefully. Charlotte Green and Bill Green. Anyway, back to what I was saying, or my grandpa Green. We're in heaven too. Grandpa Page too. Let's see, back to what I was saying. I had a digital watch, right? You know what he said? Bill, that don't tell time. In other words, this right here, Bud calls this a cheating watch. It's a cheater's watch. He says that digital don't help any kid on planet Earth. That doesn't tell time. That's cheating. That's a cheater's watch. It don't. This is the kind of watch that every kid in school should have. One, it has like the number 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one right there. If you got this kind of digital watch, that's a cheater's watch. That's cheating. So I said, but you had one. That's because I'm out of school now. I graduated. Once you graduate, you can buy a cheater's watch. But until then, when you go to school,
Okay, Bill,
you're going to have a regular watch. You ain't having a digital watch.
You don't go to school, buy a cheater's watch.
I would, but anyway. But I just remember what Bud said, and I'm thinking, no, I'm going to wear it, because Bud says it's called a cheater's watch. See, he brainwashed me. It's a cheater's watch. I need to learn time.
No, it's not. You already know how to tell time, though.
No, I don't. Cheryl said, wake me up a quarter after 9. So,
9:15.
huh?
9:15.
That must have been what she said, because that's what she said. But I said, oh, does that mean 9:05? No, 9:15. Oh, okay. Well, it's a good thing I asked her to look you up a little earlier than expected. How you do that?
What?
A quarter till. How do you get that? A quarter after.
Because 60 minutes is in 1 hour, right?
Yeah.
And a quarter is 1/4 of a dollar. So it would be 1/4. 1/4 of 60 is 15.
See, I don't know anything like that. Bud said blue in the face. I was telling Danny Dryly this. He was doing all this stuff. He was trying to teach me how to tell time. It was part of my homework.
Pastor Nick.
And we had to go to, we were going to, and until he was blue in the face, and he said, Bill, give me some Tylenol, I got a headache because of you. He even thought he could do that, cooking.
I'm going upstairs.
He said, Bill, if I take, he's a chef, so he tried to do a pie. If I cut a pie in half, what is it? I don't know, because he tried to do quarters. 4 quarters is $1, right? Yeah, I know that. If you, all right, now imagine the clock is 4 quarters, and it's got even more complicated for me. And he was going bonkers, and he was yelling at me and screaming at me, and saying, and all that stuff. And then he said, okay, I'll do it this way. You like food, I'm a chef. If I cut a pie and 3/4, what is it? I don't know. Bill, if you take a pie and I take it in half.
Bill, you can't cut a pie in 3/4.
Well, if you're Bud, you can. He cuts it any which way he wants. Anyway, if I took a 1/3, I cut a 3/4.
You can only cut it in a 1/3 if you eat 1 slice of the 4. That would be 3/4.
Anyway, he tried to do chefing and all that stuff. And then Daniel Dryler was listening to me talk about Houdini walking through a brick wall and all that stuff. And I'm going in detail and all that to someone. And he said, Bill, what? Huh? You know how to do all that magic. That's great, but you don't know how to tell time. And I said, nope, I do not. But they said if it was a magic trick, I would. My dad said, I bet you if it was a magic trick to tell time, you know how to do it. I say, yep. And I went in detail how my dad got so frustrated with me trying to teach me how to tell time. What is it in a half an hour, a quarter, and all that stuff. And I said, well, I know what 9:30 is. If you say, wake me up at 9:30, I know what 9:30 is. If you wake me at 9:15, 9:15. Wake me at 12 o'clock, I know. No, that ain't how you do it. You go, wake me up at quarter till. Why does everybody got to be like a doctor prescription where they scribble in high tech? Why don't you just say it's penicillin instead of writing in some kind of code? And sometimes, you know what they had on 2020? Sometimes the people who get the code don't understand the doctor's writing. So they just take a guess, and then you know what? You get poisoned and get killed because they missed and rep the code. Because the doctor writing the scribble. I mean, I have nothing against the doctors. It's good they want to show fancy spancy, but they should, after do that, write in English what the prescription is. That way, nobody gets sick or killed. I told Winnie about this, and because a woman lost her husband because of that.
Nice subject for the camera, Bill.
Huh?
Nice subject for the camera.
Oh, no.
Still wrong.
And Winnie said, thank you, Bill, for letting me know that, because Bud would have got the wrong medicine. I don't know what would have happened to him. I noticed the pills weren't the right color. I called up, and they made a mistake. They handed him the wrong medicine. So it's always good to always tell your parents things that you find on the news or on the internet, because they might not know. Just because you know don't mean they don't know. It's like Bud said, Bill, he called me up. I thought maybe he wanted me to work or something like you normally do. This is Marcel, Bill is paid. Please call. Should I call up? Yeah, Bud? Yeah. They've got a magic show on. Is it Copperville? No, it's some guy doing a straight jacket. Something Angel. Oh, Chris Angel. What, on Oprah? Oh, it's turned. Oh, thanks. I would have missed it. You missed some of it already. Well, he's getting ready to do a straight jacket. Well, at least I got that part. I was like, thanks. I would have missed it. Thank you, Bud. You're welcome. See, my dad and Marcel thought about me. Yep. He always has. Even though we have our differences, when I'll be in bed and everybody's supposed to be in bed, he says, Bill, come here. They're going to have a juggler on Johnny Carson, or there's going to be Lance Burton on, and all that stuff. And I go, oh, cool. But I come down, be quiet though. Don't wake anybody up. Okay. All right. That's all I wanted to show you. Okay. Now you can go back to bed, so you can go to school. See, he thinks about me, even though he gets mad at me.
He knows what I like, but he doesn't do that to me.
Maybe because they don't have that on a night show like a skateboarding or surfing. Or maybe did
Guns,
you?
Bill. Guns.
Oh, guns.
Military channel. It's
what-
always on, Bill.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's not watching it late at night. He's watching it during the day. That's a big difference. Maybe let him know. Did you know it's on at nighttime too?
Bill, military channel is a channel. It's always on.
Maybe your grandpa may not know that. Maybe y'all let him know that. Because he don't know about that search engine like I do. I tried to tell Weenie that, and she didn't understand that. She said, Bill,
Don't take this.
She said, Bill, I'm going to stick to my...
Come here. Don't take this.
She said, I'm going to stick the way I do it. But she scrolled like this. If I pick this, then I get in trouble. They probably made them better now. You can't do it. But some locks are harder to fix than others. Thing is, sometimes you have to have one up here to hold that, and the other one to pick it. It's like a double lock. You undo the lock, and then the other one to unlock the handcuff. That's why you got one pick one way and one pick the other to hold it. So you might make it in a U shape. One to hold the pin down and mess with the tumblers, and then if Bob Scope was here, he would have the tools because he had to do that. You're impatient because the minute you left the other day, you didn't say where you went. All of a sudden, everybody's asking where you're at. Dale and Monty and everybody, Poppy, and all this other stuff. And then we find out you're at GameStop, and it so happens that Zach's there returning a game or something. Then you go over there without calling up asking, and then you call up, and then you secretly go over to Poppy's house. When I asked, is he there? And at the time I asked Poppy, you weren't there, but you should have called, stopped by and say, hey, I'm back from Zach's, I'm going over to Poppy's or something like that, because Cheryl made food only for us and not you. So she had to make extra. It ain't like I've studied these long. I've studied handcuffs. See, it's turning, but it ain't like it's gonna work. Cause, if it opens, I'm gonna get in trouble. But I ain't supposed to do that.
Will the lock break?
No, the lock won't break. It's just, if this metal breaks in there, then I'll get in trouble. I won't get it out. And they can't put the key in there, and it shows my really have my uproar. Mitch Leary posted on how to do handcuffs and all that and locks. And he says, Bill, and everybody here, he says, kids, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm saying this so I ain't liable on all this. Get your parents' permission and all that stuff. Mitch Leary sometimes goes over the board and certain things. Why don't you just check to see if he left the window open again? Because
It's raining outside.
uh,
I feel like going out there.
but you said you'll go out there and ride your bike all these Dax in the rain.
Yes.
Does that make any sense?
Yes, it does.
If you want to go bad to Dax, you would go through that window, plus go through the rain to go get it. Now, baby didn't go out in the rain because
Which would equal more
It's-
work. But if I just brought it there, I wouldn't have to go outside and get your ass. Get to the window, time up, find the phone, get back out the window.
she made you, I don't know what it was, she made you something without the onions, and you didn't want it anyway. And I don't know why you didn't want it.
Fries.
Oh, somebody put onions in it, and then she made it specifically without onions. I don't know what it was, I can't remember
The
now.
fries.
Fries?
I made potato fries.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. Scalloped potatoes, that's it, fried potatoes. And you didn't want it. Why
Just
did you,
made my toolbox.
why didn't you want it? I can't remember.
I wasn't hungry.
Oh. Well, I end up eating it, a little bit of it, and whoever ate the rest, I don't know. Yeah.
Remember, I ate some potatoes.
Oh, yeah, that's right, in the microwave, that's right. But you still didn't finish it. Oh, I know, but Cheryl finished it off, yeah. I remember I saw it, yeah, that's right. Okay, mystery solved.
But I still ate it, so. Bill, give me that container with
Did you put sugar with this? Oh man, I'm not used to this sugar. Oh man.
Bill,
This is gonna be rich.
give me that bag.
That's the thing, you should do that without the sugar.
Bill,
Hmm?
give me that bag.
What bag?
The bag right there. In the drawer.
In the drawer?
Give it to me.
Headphones, that thing, you know.
It's got Allen wrenches in it.
Yeah, but that's my Allen wrench that I had at the storage house, so don't lose it. They gave it to me so if I wanna pick a handcuff. But the thing is, it might work if it has the right keyhole. Not all keyholes are the same size. Oh. I used to have a handcuff that Vic Betty gave me. I had an Allen wrench and it was able to open up the handcuff. But it was a smaller Allen wrench. Don't get any ideas though. Rick Bailey said, Bill, we needed you on today at the police force. Why? We caught someone and one of the policemen forgot his keys. We couldn't pick it. I was saying, we need Bill here. I said, oh man, yeah. He said, well, how'd you get it off? Well, we didn't. We just took a blowtorch, oh my goodness, and just blew the chain in half. It was either that or take a hacksaw. Oh no, that would be all day. So we just took a blowtorch and burned the metal right off so that way he still got the handcuffs on him, but you know, on each hand, they're like gloves. And Robert's like, I picked a day to rob something. Man, this ain't my day. I got handcuffs on me, I can't get off. Policeman forgot the keys. I said, yeah, if I was there, I might be able to. As long as it ain't a double lock. Now, if it's the kind you gave me, I might be able to do it, because I know I mastered the feeling of the double lock before I pick it. The easy way is use a shim. You know like how you shim a door open when a AAA and leave the keys in the car? Take a shimmy and you shimmy it, and all of a sudden it opens up the door. Same idea with the you know the key area. You stick a thin piece of metal in there, and then pry it open, and you're out. Provided it's not in double lock. If they put it in double lock, then you have to get lucky. Like I said, Herb Newman did it a different way. They messed up the back side of it, where you don't do the teeth, but the other end, where they meet. You notice the metal was dented right there, so he used some kind of strong metal and did it that way. I can't remember. Did I eat my cereal? Did I eat my cereal? I don't know. This ibuprofen, it makes you forget things all real quick. I can't remember if I ate or did I eat. Hurry up and get fat. Is that what you
I
said?
said hurry up and get back.
Oh, okay.
She's already fat. Fattest person in the world.
How about Bobby?
Bobby's the second fattest person in the world.
How about me?
You're the least fattest person in the world.
Leave.
You're skinny as a twig. You're so skinny when you turn sideways, you disappear.
Oh, that's good. About Tommy.
He's the He's the way fattest person in the world.
Oh, you're gonna get a kick out of that. Because Banshee and Donna call him fatty, fatty. And he comes and says, I'm not fatty, you're fatty. No, although Tommy did this skit where he put a pillow up his shirt, make himself like he's huge like you did. I got Eugene doing it too. Eugene said, look, I'm Santa Claus, ho ho ho. I remember Eugene went out the door looking like Santa Claus with a pillow. He goes, look, I'm Santa Claus. And I was like, oh my goodness. And they're watching Monster Inc. And then we did trick camera. And all of a sudden, as soon as Eugene disappears, he says, I smell pop. He disappears, popcorn. And then, you know what? We didn't get popcorn. You know what the punishment were? We didn't sit there and watch Monster Inc. We just wanted to play. So our punishment was, everybody in the living room got to eat popcorn. Anybody that was in Tony's room, that would be me, Eugene, and Tony, and we don't get popcorn. So you, Bobby, Winnie and Bud, and Cheryl and Stacy got to eat popcorn. Mm-hmm.
I have to go home and eat because Bobby said there's no milk. What will Bobby do? How are you drinking milk?
There's milk.
No, there's not.
Where?
The milk bar is in there. In the trash can.
Then William finished it off then. This must be William's milk. William didn't want to finish it, so I'm finishing the cereal. William said he would ride his bike in the rain.
You have a phone?
Call over there then. Call over
Does
Nate.
she have a phone?
You can call up Zach. Oh.
I didn't call Mom.
Bobby's got a cell phone. Or is it just text only?
Doesn't work.
Then why does she carry it with her then?
Games.
Oh, okay.
Calendar, calculator, time.
Oh. Calculator. Didn't she want to know where a calculator was and she had one on her cell phone? Or did she ask Cheryl for it? I don't know.
Wearing my hat and your jacket.
Yep.
Well, that
You don't
jacket,
want to go over there with no shoes?
that's how you catch a cold that way. Matt Kelly found the hard way out there. Oh, I won't catch a cold the next day. I don't feel too good.
I was the shoes on.
I bet you, now that he's an adult, and if he ever has kids, I bet he's going to say, put some shoes on, you'll catch a cold. No, I won't. Trust me, you will. Because I said I wouldn't, and I caught one, and you ain't getting one. I can imagine Matt telling his kids how to behave.
Yeah. Wait. She's not wearing that. Oh, I didn't know Dang, you finished that off fast. Making them small.
Boy, it's pouring down, isn't it? It's pouring down. been raining all day. It's raining left and right. Nay and Bobby and William went up across the street. William's going to call up Zach. If he can't pick it, he's going to pick a lock. He's going to find a source of telephone. William's stranded on a deserted island. He's got to get out of here. He wanted to go over to Zach's last night, but every time he come over, I mean, Chris was there, and Monty and Poppy was there. Or either was it Chris and Monty? Anyway, I saw Chris was there. Monty, they said, William, you ready? I can't go. Why? 'Cause it's too late. And yeah, it's Denzel there and Chris. I can't. Why? 'Cause. And it's about 5 p.m. or something. And 7 p.m. is when they got to come in. And no, it's too late. And Bobby said, yeah, it's too late. And I said in front of Chris and Denzel, I said, no, he's waiting for the call back for Zach's. It's like nobody tells the truth, you know. Be honest. The pastor said the truth should set you free. I said no. Actually, he's waiting for Zach's call because he wants to go over Zach to spend the night. And Bobby and they are doing the newspaper. But now when I see Denzel and Chris and Monty, I say, well, Nay and Bobby were up too late all night, so Cheryl said they need their beauty sleep, so they didn't go. William wanted to go, but he figured, well, if they don't go, he's not going. I knew that's the reason why he didn't want to get up. He was so hell of it, even though, because when I said to Bobby and Nay, William's out that light, and it's 10 p.m. I mean. He's already in bed. And Bobby goes, that does it. I'm going to tell Mom that me and Nay own him. William don't need to go. And then eventually when it was getting 11 o'clock, I said, well, you guys, Nay, you don't want to get up at 1:30 a.m. What do you mean 1:30 a.m.? Now remember, they just said they're going to deliver newspapers. What's newspapers? We go to house. What's a house? I'm thinking, what is she on? And I said, what do? Well, you throw a newspaper. You start your route at 10:40. Let me get my bearing right. At 3:35 or 3:40, you start the route about that time, and you go from house to house, and the finale you stop at those hotels where the people are, and you put it there, and there's 2 separate secretariat, and then after you get done, either you get home at 5:20 a.m. in the morning, or 6:10, around 6 or 6:30 a.m. in the morning. It's according to how fast you get the route done. Cheryl and Dave Altman made a floor plan like Tommy get through night trap game. If you go by what the people give them at the place, it's never hardly right, and they're always missing newspapers. So if you forget the notepad, then it's going to take longer. Whereas if you got the notepad, it's like getting through a video game. It's like a cheat code. I said to Cheryl and Dave, I think they do that just to discourage you, and they come to the conclusion they know that I'm right. But if they bring that notepad that they made their own notes and floor plan, like Tommy maps out going at a new bridge or something, map it out, draw a draw plan, memorization, then you can get further in the game, if you get what I mean, and get done quicker. And go to DVD disc 2. You mean I get to go to DVD disc 2? Yeah, you get to go to DVD disc 2. Oh, come on. predicted that Bobby was gonna wait until Cheryl got home and come if she couldn't call on the phone, because the phones are down due to we can't get on the internet or the phones or the TV, because we gotta look for another company. We tried Cox Cable. They said that that's too expensive. And they said look around for DirecTV coupons. I said I thought we were doing Cox Cable. No, they're too expensive. Even though Cheryl's got, I mean, they said they should be having no problem, Bill, because Cheryl was with Cox Cable before. She has good standing. And my sister, she's connected to Cox Cable. Then next you know, they come back and they say, Dre says, look to see, keep a lookout for some coupons for DirecTV. Dave, why that? I thought Cox Cable. Oh, that's too expensive. Okay, Verizon's too expensive. Cox Cable's too expensive. DirecTV's probably going to be just as expensive. Although this network, they seem to be less expensive, but they could easily jack up too. When are they going to just wake up and smell the coffee that everybody's going to cost because they want that buck? Be happy what you got. Even John Till, William's dad, said, wait till she gets that bill, it's going to go up higher. Just because it's on sale now don't mean it's not going to stay on sale. And get the special discount. And I said, there goes our digital camera that we're going to get on the internet with. And Cheryl said, well, I don't really care about that. And Bobby and William and me said, well, we want it. And at the time she said, no, I get first tabs. And Bobby goes, no, I get it. William said, no. Cheryl said, no, I pay for it. I get first tabs. We just got to keep the bills up. And you know what? They didn't keep the bills up. And I got to pay the bills. They're using my money. See, a minute, John said, watch, I paid $400 to keep this house intact. Because it takes $400 to pay this house. And probably extra. But you know what? I'm going to be leaving, Bill. And I bet you, she's going to use your money. I said, not my money, because she fixed it so it's only $200. Now, the first time she did it, she knew she was wrong and made me and make sure I have a separate account. But, you know, she said, I'm going to be getting some money, you know, $200. She told the lady, a social worker, $200. They're going to get me, all right, well, okay, all right, but just don't say I didn't tell you so. And you know what? Just a couple of days ago, Tony goes, Mom, you got $200? No, I don't got no money. You don't got, I said, no, we ain't got anything. What about Bill? He gets $400. Don't he got at least 200 that I can borrow? What, Mom? What'd you do? I use it to pay for the house. His own money? You're using his money? Well, we gotta pay. And he don't get nothing? And she just went in the room and shut the door. It's just like, she can't stand the truth. And then she wonders why Bobby and William are the way they are. Because they're the same mirror image. And she said she can't stand Tony because it's a mirror image. Why don't Cheryl just learn to get beefy and strong and mean what she says and say what she means? Like, she promises this and promises that, and she don't do it. And then they wonder why Cheryl and Bobby and them are rebellious and lying through their teeth and all that stuff. I just don't get it. And it drives me batty, and you know, she says that, well, that's not fair, Mom. If Nate gets to go on the newspaper route, then I should be able to bring Dezelle, which that's his sister, Nate's sister, Nate's brother. And, you know, do you know how, that's too many people in the car with the newspaper and all that, that's too many. All right, you can stay there and all that stuff. And William said, Bill, get up, what? I'm tired. No, get up. Let's do some magic and all that stuff. I know, you're bored. Like you said, you were bored while you're... I said, whose book is that? Is that your school book? No. Well, I mean, yeah. But no, but it's not now. It's old and all that stuff. Is it your library book? No. But why... Is there a reason why you're punching holes in with a pole huncher? Yeah, why? I'm bored. Oh, so if you can't do anything, you just do something. See, that goes back to what the Mark Taylor and all them do. He keeps the kids busy to keep them out of mischief. He keeps them paintballing. He keeps them laser tag. He goes to King's Dominion And they everywhere he goes, he hands sewing tracks out. The teens hand sewing tracks. He go to Camp Junior at Camp Deer Lake, and he has the teens to be the camp counselors to help out, and they learn and all that stuff. And then they go to the wilds for a week, and they learn to be more like God, Christ every day. God nighttime, keep them busy. Go to the Sonny's Farm, have a paintball thing. The whole gang gets together and the parents have a paintball fight with the kids and all that. At City Park, have a mushball game. Parents against the kids, Army against the Navy, and all that stuff. Have a good old time. Keep the kids busy 24/7. Keep them out of mischief. They have Sunday school. They have underground teaching Sunday school with the teens. They got their own website. Teens preaching underground and all this stuff. All that. I wonder where he got the underground thing, because I sent him underground magic stuff. Whatever. Mark gets ideas out of a lot of things. It's like magicians and magicians get ideas from other different parts and then add it in the thing. But anyway, like Copper says, it takes the music, and then first the music, and then he hears the music, and then he adds an illusion around it. And sometimes he gets an illusion and figures out music to go with it. It goes both ways. All right. His inspiration was Gene Kelly and Fred Astaire. What they did with dance and music, I wanted to add that to magic, and that's what he did. All right. Doug Henning has his own style. Rainbow color idea, tie-dyed shirts and stuff. It's cool. Nothing wrong with that. And then Copperfield started looking that way to bring back Doug Henning. But Doug Henning passed on before that. I wonder if Debbie is keeping the magic act going, but maybe not. Anyway, but Doug did give most of his magic to Copperfield. So Copperfield's taken his ideas and added his own twist to it, like the water levitation, called the Brazilian water levitation with fire and all that, and then like a jungle tribe idea. Then the elevator illusion, the secret's from the top. He looked at it and changed the secret from the and you get out at the bottom. But it's still the same idea. You have shadow-wise an elevator and reappear in it. But his version is like a real elevator. It's up in midair, and there's all sides emptied, and the sheets come down, and then it's shadow-wise. But yeah, I looked at the bevel base, and it looks like how the design, like if you see garbage disposal, that little flap on each end, or like a little flap, like with holes in it. It's a pretty clever concept that Copperfield did it that way. His port illusion, and Mitchell mentioned about mirrors and that, why all those light bulbs there. And then when I went to see it live, I saw what he was talking about. I was looking in there, I see like a grid with holes in it. And all of a sudden the grids, then after they disappear, all of a sudden the grids are covered up, and I can't see the grids. They'll let me know the mirrors are at work. They're covered up, and those bulbs reflecting as more bulbs, and you can't see the tube where they go in. It's a pretty neat concept. And on the internet they even explain even more that tube goes flat. It's open for a split second, and they go real quick, and that thin thing, and then it closes. And by the time they're down the chute, then the underneath the stage, and the thing goes flat real quick. That's taking spandex, hiding in spaces, a double notch whammy extra surprise new idea. I wonder who invented that, because I don't. Although thinking about it, they said Guy Jarrett book. It's in there. Looking at it, I think I know what they're talking about. They just took it advanced further, though. Guy Jarrett's around Houdini's time. A lot of magicians today, 20th century on up, are using Guy Jarrett's ideas. Even when Copper walks penetrate through a Alcatraz jail cell, on stage and on his special, the same thing. If you got Guy Jarrett book, see, it's in there. And I look, yeah, there it is, like a store window that's like a jail cell. Oh, clever. Anyway, Bobby, the minute show came home at 6:10. Usually get back at 5:20, but they got back at 6:10. That's still not bad. It's an hour, 10 minutes later than normal. Anyway, probably due to the rain, one thing. Hopefully she didn't forget her notepad thing. She did Anyway, Bobby come bursting in the kitchen and say, Mom, Bill was yelling and screaming and yelling outside. Why? Because he was saying that me and Nay were at fault because we weren't delivering the newspapers and all that stuff. And we got our way and blah, 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 blah. He was going spastic and all that stuff. You want me to yell in his face and all that stuff? Yeah. Would that make you happy? Yeah. Okay, I'll do that. Looks like someone did the dishes. Well, I guess Bill did it. Well, at least he's doing something. All that stuff. And I told William that when I was upstairs. He said, Bill, what have I been doing the last couple of days for you? Oh, you made Kool-Aid. Well, besides that, you helped clean my room up. Well, you helped me clean my room up. Okay, that's one of them, but when I was saying, what were you talking about? I did the dishes. I did it for you, and I did it for Bobby. Well, I didn't know all that. I know Bobby made me do her stuff when her mom said do the dishes. She said, okay, I will. Little I know she didn't have a plan that she wanted to sneak me in there and do it. Bobby never follows through with anything. She wants everybody else to do it, and she wants everybody to give her money. And then she promised to pay it back, and she don't pay it back.
Oh.
Cold, isn't it? Did you get a hold of Zach?
I called Mom.
Oh, what did she say?
She's coming here.
Where are they at? At the store? Where are they
They're
at?
at Dave's sister's work.
Dave's sister's work, okay. Maybe they're are they working there or something? You don't know. What the what?
The stranger in 7A?
Yeah, Andy Griffin. He played one of the Busch Gardens. He always did a commercial. He says, I play Sir Walter Raleigh. And one guy goes, Fat Chance Now, or something like that.
Sir Walter Raleigh?
Yeah, Sir Walter Raleigh.
He's someone in the Williamsburg film.
He is? Okay.
Sir Walter Raleigh?
Oh. Well, maybe
He's in my salsa studies book.
Oh, okay. Well, the commercial goes like this in the 1990s. It would say, Fat Chance Now, and he'd give the guy a look like, in other words, he can't fit it now because he's huge. It's all those hot dogs on his detective show. He's always stopping at the hot dog stand and get those hot dogs. I don't know. Anyway, when you get older, you put weight on it. Alright. I don't know about Luke Reno, but he might be still muscle bound, I don't know. But he's got one son that's chubby and one muscle, but he's not doing anything between the two. He's letting them be what they want to be. He's not forcing the issue, but he does take them to work out. And they do work out, but he don't force the other kid to lose weight, and he don't force the other guy to join the muscle bound TV shows.
I'm gonna watch this.
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Alcazam.
Azkaban.
Azkaban.
Not Alakazam.
I don't know. Eugene corrects me wrong too. How am I pronouncing it wrong? Because Eugene corrected me too.
Azkaban.
Yeah. Oh, the K. That's why I'm missing out. Alakazam. I don't know.
Azkaban.
Azkaban.
She in that show?
Buck Rogers. Wonder Woman. Did you find blue or something?
Cherry Kool-Aid.
Is that what it says on the marker, chili cooling?
That's what it smells like.
Oh. I used to have a candy cane ink pen. It writes in blue, but it smells like pine tree flavor that represents the Christmas tree. pastor calls, you know what?
What are you doing? What's he supposed to be?
See, Christmas tree has the word Christ in it. It represents Jesus' birthday, Christmas tree. And we wear an emblem, a pendant, that keep Christ in Christmas or something like that. And the Christmas trees, we wear that pendant because we know that's what it stands for, Jesus' birthday. Even Miss Cole said, we always say, happy birthday, Jesus, and all that stuff. We give thanks on Jesus' birthday, just like we give thanks for Thanksgiving. All right, and Miss Cole said when they were growing up, their parents used to make a special cake for Jesus. I said, that's cool. We always gotta be thankful to Jesus' birthday. It's really Jesus' birthday that we're celebrating. We don't celebrate Santa Claus. We just get out of the real meaning of Christmas. You what? The pastor called said, I'd like my grandchildren and children know it came from me and not from a guy in a suit. He said, don't get me wrong, I know there's some good Santa Claus out there. In other words, at 700 Club they showed a Christian Santa Claus. He does the plan of salvation and then he hands out gifts. And then Pat Ross said, no, that's a Santa Claus you don't see. That's a good Santa Claus. Yeah.
Do you have a fake beard?
No, supposedly it's a real beard. Mrs. Story and them at their church at Sweden Baptist, they got a real Santa Claus too, and he was at Nauticus. I said, when you bring your camera? Oh, I didn't know if I was allowed to bring it on the Christmas one. They had pirates there too. Hey, nay, the pirates, you know what they were saying? They were saying, our pirates have our favorite letter. Do you know what it is? And then I thought a minute. I said, oh, I know what it is. And then Banshee Dunn said, what is it? I know what it is.
R?
Yeah. They go, R. And I go, yep, I was right. I figured that out. I saw right through that. That's our favorite letter. So when the pirate says, what's our favorite letter? You'll go, R. Hardy har har. Get it? R. There she blows. I never thought about that until he said that line. I was like, oh man, right in front of my eyes, like a levitation or something with wires and you don't see it, or visual stealth, don't bump into it. We hit an air pocket or something. No, we just hit a government airplane that you can't see. Bonk! See, they can be invisible and unmarked, and they can do what they want. They can go past the enemy territory, and they can't see, so they don't know they're there. Okay, we got the Muppet Show. The Tabitha Show right after. This is the spin-off of Bewitched.
It's a joke. Everybody says it. They can either say Stacy's Pizza or the Little Spice.
The Spice Girl, yeah.
The
Spice Girl.
Have you ever heard of it? No.
You never heard of them? On Selibet Cadabra, there was one of the Spice Girls who wanted to be the magician.
Crusaders.
Yeah. One of the Spice Girls was on that Selibet Cadabra competition. She played a good magician. She was good. Samantha, magic is in the air. Samantha and Darren Stevens' little girl, in other words Tabitha, is all grown up and out on her own in Tabitha, the Enchanting Bewitched spin-off series, starring Lisa Hartman as a young, single, working witch. Tabitha adds a little magic and fun to the lives of her relatives and friends, including mortal brother Adam, David Arkanor. On the original Adam, he had his powers. He just came later, but they say that actually Adam has powers. He better be like his dad so he doesn't show his mortal self. He just pretends that he's human. But anyway, they say right here. You can hear that? I can't. You're like Tommy. You get used to your own house, you can know your surroundings. I don't hear a thing. I don't hear no car, no nothing.
I heard a car door shut.
You can hear that all through my talking?